What's up, guys? Sound Alchemist here with
Gersh1.
and we're back at it to answer your questions in another episode of
GCI. Oh, sorry.
106 in Par.
There you go. That's MTV, isn't it? No, that's BET.
That's BET.
The Greater.
Wow.
This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, simply comment down below. Put question in front of your question because we get to those questions first. And that is what Thomas Campbell did. He says, "Hey guys,
Hey,
what kind of a quarters would a Space Marine keep? Or more specifically, what would that look like for a fleet-bound chapter? And what would the difference be between a regular Astarte and a captain?" Alright, so we actually put out a 40 facts video on the Fortress Monasteries. If you check out those videos, it's going to give you a more detailed version of what a Space Marine's life is like in his Fortress Monastery as opposed to a fleet, but it's the same thing.
pretty much.
A Space Marine is a warrior monk. When he's not in battle, he is chilling in his room. He might not even have a bed. He might just stand on the floor,
Stand on the floor.
or sit on the floor, my bad. Sit on the floor and just meditate, pray, think of the God Emperor, think of the Emperor, because most Space Marines don't believe that he is a god. But he will meditate, think about the battles to come, and he lives Space Marines live very minimalist lifestyles. A chapter serf would have a much more, I don't know,
like role-driven life.
yeah.
You gotta polish the armor. Sometimes you gotta pray, bring in the chanting oils. But you also gotta think. It also differs between chapter to chapter. Obviously, Grey Knights do things differently than would Raven Guard, Imperial Fists, that kind of thing.
Yep.
So
Yeah. So then a fleet base to a terrestrial quarters. Maybe the fleet base might do a little more, or have a little bit more like safety protocols, just in case if the fleet or if the ship does go down, they can somehow survive longer in space without their gear. But very, very little. There's very little in their quarters.
right. Obviously, if you're in like a world, a planet, you may be working with like the Planetary Defense Force. You may be training initiates. It all depends.
Right. And yeah.
Yeah. On to the next. Tracken 38. Who'd win in a fight, an Imperial Knight or a Dreadnought? And do Knights ever fight alongside Space Marines? So, 2 questions. We'll answer the first. Imperial Knight versus Dreadnought. I think it depends on
The Dreadnought class.
But I mean, honestly, Imperial Knights are way bigger than any Dreadnought.
Faster.
They got void shields, so you've got to punch through that first to get past the void shield of the knight. So
Yeah, but if you're going up against, what's that one salamander or that one?
oh, the Leviathan Dreadnought.
Yeah, but the Leviathan Dreadnought goes up against a regular Imperial Knight. Imperial Knight's going down.
Yeah, at least in the tabletop, because the Leviathan is king right now.
It's very beastly.
But lore-wise, I'm pretty sure a knight can take it on. Even though a knight is just like a regular dude piloting it, and the Dreadnought is still a Space Marine piloting it. I gotta give it to the knight.
Yeah, most of the time the Knight would win.
You just step on it.
Next question comes from Cold Flame. So any pets allowed in the Imperium? Yes.
Yeah, we did a 40 facts way back talking about Cyber Mastiffs, Cyber Eagles, Gerbils.
It's basically, I think it's what happened to dogs in 40K. I think that's what the title is, or something like that. So look it up.
Yeah. Also, it's not just Imperialists that have pets. A lot of times you see Eldar with like the cats.
Yeah, we have not created that video yet, so we might create that one.
And then I don't know if you want to call squigs pets to the orcs.
They are.
Would Gretchen be considered pets too?
No, I think Gretchens are a little more sentient. Maybe Grots, because there's a difference between Gretchens and Grots. Fight me if you don't believe so, because I can pull up the fucking 4th edition codex and show you where it says specifically that Grots and Gretchen are different. But anyways.
DFool06. Can Tyranids utilize any form of technology? I mean, can they use human or other Xenos weapons and tech? For example, let's say a warrior loses its main weapon. Then he has an idea to pick up a bolt or pistol. Can he use it?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Because don't they work off of a hive mind?
Oh, Tyrannid. I'm just thinking
Tyrannid.
of like Xeno.
No, Tyranids.
Oh yeah, no, probably not. Well, that's the whole thing about Tyrannid design for Warhammer 40K. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why is the is it Termagant? Why is he holding the gun? Like, if he's a creature designed to shoot, why doesn't he just shoot it out of his mouth? Why doesn't he have a cannon on his back? Like a creature would evolve to have projectile anything. Or why doesn't he just like squirt it like snake squirt?
Snake squirts.
Yeah, or venom. That's what we call it. Not snake squirt.
Oh man.
But they have glands that just shoot out.
Right.
So why doesn't the Tyrannid have that? And the answer is because, you know, aesthetically it might have looked better back in the 90s when they had like a gun. But if you notice, even the sculpt of the gun, like it's not like the. Is it holding a gun like that?
I think it's like kind of like melded into,
right?
yeah. Like you got like tubes connecting it and stuff.
So there must be something up here in the shoulder that tells it to shoot the triggering mechanism. Maybe it's like that one movie, District 9.
Oh yeah, where their biology is what fuels the weapon.
Yeah. So a normal human would not be able to shoot it because of that.
But you could levitate pigs and like throw it at people.
Yeah. Well, no, that guy could because he was hit with that oil, right?
Yeah, he was turning into one.
Yeah.
That's an interesting concept.
Yep. Next question.
This one's by Venom Star. Why do Chaos want the Emperor dead? I mean, if they did everything to kill him, wouldn't it just impede their progress? Like, say they kill him off, what are they gonna do now?
Who? Chaos? They can consume humanity because humanity would go into more chaos, and they feed off of the chaos, I think. Chaos. But more or less it's a balancing act, really. Right?
Yeah. And then I think there's a second part to it. Well, no, there's not a second part, but he also puts in there that why wouldn't Chaos just kill him as an infant? Avoid the whole thing altogether.
Go ahead.
Well, I think the easiest way is there wouldn't be a Warhammer 40K.
Yeah, duh.
Kill the Emperor off before he could start anything.
And if you really think about it, it must mean that even though the warp is timeless and spaceless, there's no way destiny. There is no destiny in 40K. You have free will in 40K, whereas like the Emperor, he was born. His destiny might have not been to be the God Emperor on the court or on the throne. It was on the corpse. It's like shifting. And it wasn't for sure that the Emperor was going to be the Emperor and what he is now. Yeah, does that make sense? Because what I'm trying to say is like...
So this is the thing that confused me. You said there is no destiny, but you're saying that the Emperor was destined to become this, you know...
Oh, no, so there's still, like...
So he had the choice to not be the Emperor?
Exactly.
Like, he wasn't born the Emperor.
Exactly. He was born a superhuman shaman little baby thing. And the path could have gone that he is the Emperor, and that's the path that was chosen, so now everybody sees it. But he could have gone to different paths where he could have, done something else that might have empowered Chaos or done something else to weaken Chaos. It wasn't known. Kind of like the whole Cabal thing. If the Horus Heresy would have tipped one side, one outcome, the other side, the other outcome. And then what ended up happening is was it the bad outcome? Yeah, the bad outcome happened.
Chaos was defeated and the Imperium was doomed to die a slow death.
Yeah, but 40K had the free will, the Alpha Legion had the free will to decide to tip it one way or the other. And I think the Chaos Gods are still susceptible, or they still have to, they're still weak towards free will, basically. If that makes sense.
Does it make sense? Comment down below.
Yeah. Next question comes from Invictus Potence. What is your current project? Are you guys building, painting anything? What are you looking at picking up next? Let's start with you.
So currently I am building the successor chapter for the Blood Angels. I've picked up a few things recently, but what I'm currently working on is the Death Company. I want the Death Company to be my avenue to get into painting again. I painted my first Tau army way back when, and then I kind of stopped, but now I want to take another crack at it, so I feel like Death Company is easy because they're just black with like some highlights and whatnot, so
yeah, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Surprise!
Oh! I have a lot of projects going on right now. The one that's like I think I tell you guys a lot about is my Imperial Fists. I started that about 2-3 years ago. I'm in the same spot as 2-3 years ago. A lot of stuff is still in boxes. I did pick up, or I'm gonna pick up, some flash kits. That's gonna be fun. And you?
What am I gonna pick up? The only thing I see me picking up would be like more tanks. I feel like I don't have too much tanks or flyers in the army yet, so for the Tau, I've got plenty of suits. These guys always want me to get infantry, but I'm not.
Recruit.
Nah.
Get Crutox.
Maybe in the future, but I feel like I need to get a flyer or some kind of tank in there.
Next question. Rainier Mathy? Can you think of anything worse than being a Dark Eldar slave?
That's pretty bad. Like, they're into like sadism, masochism, flaying people.
I think the worst thing would be being immortal and being filled with flies. Which is what happened to, what's his face? The Nurgle plague. Typhus, there you go. Typhus.
Because it's like you could feel him like in you. And
it's disgusting.
So I guess that would be your worst thing. I think my worst thing would be... Yeah, probably that.
It's gross.
Yeah, it is. It's nasty. But like, since you're empowered by Nurgle, does it please you or does it like hinder you? Knowing you got flies in you.
Well, so like the whole thing is that he is empowering you because you should be dead, but you're not. You're alive.
Right.
And that's the gift, and that's a shitty gift.
Yeah. But I mean, if you look at their demons, a lot of their demons aren't like, I'm gonna kill you. Like the greater demons of Nurgle, they're all like happy and they're like laughing. And they're like, oh, come give me a hug. It's like
they're joyful because they're still alive, but they're dying at the same time. And I think that's his duality. Like, I will give you life, but you have to struggle for it. If that makes sense.
Yeah. That's deep, Nurgle. That's deep.
That's deep.
Just like the phlegm in our chests right now.
And those were the questions for today.
Once again, guys, thank you for these awesome questions. We do this 3 times a week, so if we didn't get to your question today, leave it in the comments below and we'll get to it as soon as we can, which will be next week.
Thanks for everything, guys. See you tomorrow.
Yeah. Sound Alchemist.
Gersh 1!
We're One Mind Syndicate, and we are out of here.